Despite slower economic growth being projected this year, analysts expect property prices to stay flat. Experts say there are some downside risks to the market, and this could give the government room to roll back cooling measures. Eugenia Lim with more from a seminar held by the Real Estate Developers Association of Singapore.
Property prices are expected to be stable this year, and analysts say the market will likely see limited downside risks.
Any downside to residential property prices look quite limited at this juncture, mainly because we still have a lot of en-bloc residents who are looking to find their replacement property, and also because generally Singaporeans still have ample liquidity. So for property projects that are well located and are fairly priced, there is still a fair bit of interest.
Last year saw 35 en bloc deals valued at over 10 billion Singapore dollars, the highest in over a decade. This could point to a substantial number looking for a new home. Even so, developers are concerned about the oversupply in the market. There are some 44,000 private housing units in the pipeline that remain unsold, and around 24,000 existing vacant units.
The current situation of high supply and subdued demand is indeed very challenging and a concern to many of the stakeholders. We are somewhat comforted that the government will continue to monitor the property market closely and stands ready to act should the situation change to ensure a healthy and sustainable market.
Developers are under pressure to sell units within 5 years of its launch or incur the additional buyer's stamp duty. The slowing economy is adding to worries that demand might soften, with GDP growth expected to moderate between 1.5 and 2.5%. That target could move even lower as authorities say they would review the forecast.
The government can be a bit more proactive. Looking at the supply side, we do have a lot of supply coming on stream over the next 3 years, especially after all the en bloc sales have been redeveloped into projects. So I think there is this supply overhang sometime down the road, and the government will be prudent if they can manage the supply risk.
Market observers will also be keeping their eyes out for Singapore's second quarter GDP estimates due Friday for further indication of how the property market will fare.